Hi everybody, Judy Tuttle here with Tuttle Up Stamping. I'm here for day 6 of my 31 days of Facebook Lives. And today I'm kicking off this week's online class to go. We are using the Hugs for Love bundle that will go live tomorrow via our mini catalog. And I think I have some really cute out of the box kind of cards to show you using this bundle. So I hope you guys will love these cards I'm getting ready to show. So if you are new to my platform, every Monday I come on with 3 cards made from the same bundle. Then on Tuesday, I do a fun fold made from that bundle. And then on Wednesday, I do a 3D project made from that bundle. So, excuse me. So good afternoon, Linda. Thanks for coming. Stay warm. I know a lot of you are underneath snow out there and blizzard conditions. Gosh, sorry, you guys. Blizzard conditions and all this nasty winter weather. We do not get that kind of weather here in Midland, Texas, but we did wake up to 20 degrees this morning, which is crazy. It never gets that cold here. So anyway, stay warm, stay inside, and do lots of crafting. That's the fun thing to do when you're snowed in the cold, right? The hard thing to do is when you have to get out. And like I was a school teacher for 30 years and in Lincoln, Nebraska, they don't cancel school very often. So I was often trudging through the ice and snow to get to school, and that was not enjoyable at all. Okay, hi Dana. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining me. All right, so I have some things to talk to you about. Lots of things going on right now. So I want to make sure you know about all the stuffs. Hi Sue. Your schools are closed, and Linda lives in Ohio as well. And I think, Linda, you told me your schools were closed as well. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is today is the last day. Today is the last day to get in on my paper and ribbon share. I'm going to do all my ordering tomorrow. In the paper and ribbon share, you get a quarter of a package of each of the designer series papers that are going live tomorrow. You get 2.5 yards of ribbon if you want of the ribbon shares of the 3 new bolts of ribbon that are coming out. Hi Brenda, thanks for joining me. Hi Roz, glad you're here. If you're watching me on YouTube and you haven't subscribed, would you please do that for me? That's really helpful. And if you're watching me on Facebook and you've never watched me before, I would love it if you would follow my page, and that way you get notifications when I go live. So anyway, paper and ribbon share registrations in tonight. I will put the link to that up in the description if you would like to be a part of that paper and ribbon share. I've had more people take it this time than ever have before, so I would love for you to get in on that, okay? I'm closing it out tonight. Next thing is I just announced that this month's craft along will be with the Everyday Arches suite that is in the online exclusive. So you can see there, it comes with this awesome stamp set and die bundle. The paper is all kind of sky focused, right? And then the white ribbon and the embellishments. If you take the craft along, you get a half a pack of that paper, a whole bolt of that ribbon, and a whole package of the embellishments. We make 3 cards and 1 3D item, and you will get a make and take that'll make 2 each of those 3 cards, the half a pack of paper, the ribbon, and the embellishments, and a PDF of all the instructions. And you can craft along with me on January 27th, which is a Monday, as we create these cards together. So the fun thing about the craft along is you get everything ahead of time, and you can craft along with me on January the 27th. So this is an awesome suite. You won't see it in a catalog. It's only online, and I love it. I'm so excited to get started on that. Okay, so let me put that one away. Next, today we're going to have a Super Saturday stamping retreat on January 25th. I'm collaborating with 2 other demonstrators for this event, and we have created some amazing projects for you. I want to tell you the 3 suites we will be using for this Super Saturday stamping event. You can come in person or you can do it online. Now, if you take it to go and do it online, we're going to set up a Facebook page with all the videos on how to make all the projects, and also give you YouTube links where you can watch it on YouTube. So whichever platform you love the best, you will have video tutorials of all the projects and how to make them if you want. Lots of you know how to just do it looking at the PDFs. So I want to show you what suites we are using here. We will be using the Hearts of Elegance suite, and there's so much in this, I need to look at my notes here. So the Heart of Elegance suite, you will make 3 cards and 1 3D item. You're going to get $32 worth of product with this class. Shipping is included, and this class would be $45. Now, with the Super Saturday event, you can choose 1, 2, or all 3 classes, whatever you want to do. So next, the second class we will be offering is the Wildflower Birthday class. This is super fun. You will get a entire package of the Wildflower Birthday Designer Series paper pack that includes beautiful gold embossed Designer Series paper and lots of ephemera to put these cards together. You're going to love this class. My friend Monica designed these cards and the projects, and they are stunning. Okay, so that class is a little more expensive because you get a full pack of that specialty Wildflower Birthday Designer Series paper, which is $16.50. You get a full pack of the party dots and a full roll of the ribbon, which is gold mesh ribbon. It's super cool. You get $41 of supplies in this class, and the class cost $50. And then the third class is one where you get the With You in Mind stamp set included in the class. That comes with it. That is a $20 value. You get a quarter of a pack of the Bloom Impressions Designer Series paper, which is only available through Sale-a-bration. And you will get the Sunny Days dots that coordinate with the paper, a full package of that, and you'll get just enough ribbon to complete all your projects. All of these projects are amazing. So I would love it if you would think about coming to, let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of that. Let me go to here. Nope. It's hard to see on the screen. Oh, the Super Saturday event. So you can come in person here in Midland, Texas. It'll be at the Golf Course Road Church because they have a big open space with a kitchen attached. Shipping is included. So the fun thing about this is that if you come in person, you get a little light breakfast and lunch included in your day. If you're taking it to go, you get free shipping on all of the classes that come along with this. So think about joining me for that. I would love to have you. And lastly, starting tomorrow is a great time to join my team. Stampin' Up! Has a special offer where you can get the handmade design stamp set and 2 full packages of Stampin' Right markers. That's a $91 value for your kit. So that will be super exciting because that's $91 value. Still, your kit will only cost $99, and you can also add another $125 worth of product to your kit. Now, if you're not crazy about the stamp set and the marker deal, they're willing to add an extra $30 to your kit. So a great time to join. I love my team. They're so positive and encouraging and fun, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. Most of my team is just there to get the 20% discount. That is the main reason you would want to join a team. You don't have to do what I do. I am over the top. I do more than what 99% of the demonstrators in Stampin' Up! Do. You can just come on my team for the community, to join in the fun, the monthly make and takes, all the community we have on our team. So I would love for you to think about that. Okay, I'm going to move the camera to my hands. That's a lot of blah, blah, blah today, right? Hi, Laura. Don't get in trouble for being on your phone during jury duty selection. I've always wanted to be on a jury. I've never been chosen. I think because I'm a preacher's wife and a retired school teacher. I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't want me, but I've heard that they are worried about people with a lot of values. I don't know. But my husband has been on several times and he's a minister, so maybe that's not true. So, okay, so, oh, excuse me. I don't know what's going on with me today. Okay, so tomorrow, woohoo, the Sale-a-bration catalog and the new January to April mini catalog go live. I already have a stack of orders to put in. I'm going to get up super early in the morning to put in orders. So if there's anything you want that I can buy for you, oh my gosh. You guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know what just hit me. Okay, so you can see TuddleUpShop.com at the bottom. You can see the host code RRX9Q. JJK, and thank you. Shoo. Okay, so sorry, my sneeze threw me off. Okay, so these go live tomorrow. If you would like me to put in an order for you, just text or email me, private message me what you would like, and I would be happy to get an order started for you tomorrow. And if you place an order of $40 or more using this host code right here at the bottom of the screen, then you will get this week's online card class to go for free as well. So you should place an order of $60 because then, oh, you guys are so sweet. Then you can get a celebration item from this catalog, and I've been showing you a lot of those in the last week. Okay, so let me show you what we're doing today. We are going to be using the Hugs for Love stamp set and punch bundle that is in the new mini catalog. This bundle, you can see it when I put it in an angle like that. It's called To the Point, and you can see it matches these little labels here. We're not using those today, but we will in the next couple of days. And we are using the heart sequins that are in the online exclusives. These hearts actually go with the Marbled Elegance Suite, but we're using them on our cards this week as well. And the new Bokeh celebration paper. Bokeh is that photographic style where you get these bubbles kind of in the background. It's called Bokeh. And you can see this paper is super fun. You could use this behind anything, right? To give it just a little pop of color. And there we go. So the colors included in this Sale-a-bration 6x6 paper pack. I have some other back here. Here we go. There we go. I kind of like this one because it's kind of a mixture of lots of colors, right? The colors they have listed are Balmy Blue, Berry Burst, Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, and Fresh Freesia. Okay, so we're going to be using elements of that designer series paper that is a celebration paper, the Hugs for Love stamp set, and the punch. It's so pretty. You're right, Roz. And the nice thing about it being so pretty is that it goes with everything, right? You can use it on lots of projects. So this is the first card we're going to make today, sending you a big hug. And what I love about the cards we have designed for this week is because it's not overly Valentine-y looking, right? I like the blues and the crumb cake and the red in there. So I think they're all like not overly pink, red, super sweet. I love that for Valentine's Day, but some people don't. So, and I do think that sending you a big hug doesn't have to be for Valentine's Day, right? It can be for any time you want to share some love with someone that is out in the world that you love, right? I really loved one time I saw a demonstrator demonstrating on a Valentine's set at an event, and she said, surely you have someone that you love in your life that you can send a card to saying that you love them. This Seal Plus is a little, I don't know what's going on with it, but I've never had trouble with a Seal Plus like I have this one, so it must be just enough. So I'm going to use my liquid glue here. This is a piece of crumb cake cardstock that is cut 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm adding it to a piece of balmy blue that is 4 1/4 by 11, scored down the middle at 5 1/2. So I'm going to put that right here on the front. Okay, how many of you are planning on placing orders for tomorrow? I know Brenda and I are already planning on getting up really early. I will say that I noticed today that the Floral Delight suite is on low inventory, which scares me, right? Because that's what my class is that's coming up. I knew it would be loved by lots of people. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I need to move that over just a little bit more. Maybe not, but we'll see. I'm going to leave it there for now. Okay, it might be just fine. Okay, then, so if you're really interested in that Floral Delight suite, you probably need to get that in early. Okay, so this piece right here, I'm going to do some stamping on, and I'm going to be using my foam mat with a piece of paper over it because I'm going to be stamping off the edges of this a little bit. So I'm going to pull out, first of all, my balmy blue ink pad, and I'm going to take this solid image heart right here. I'm going to make sure it's pressed down on my block really well. And I'm just going to stamp about 5 of these big hearts on my paper. And I'm going to tell you, when I stamped the first time, you really do need this mat underneath it to get a really good solid image. Okay, so I'm going to stamp one right there. That's why I needed that paper underneath it, right? I'm going to stamp another one right over here. There we go. I'm going to stamp one right here. See how having that mat underneath it really helps give you a nice solid image on that heart. And then I'm going to do one, maybe a little off the edge over here, and maybe just a topper of one right here. There we go. Okay, that's my start. Then I'm going to grab a small heart from this set that has little lines in it. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. But I'm going to go with real red. So my typical online classes to go, I do 3 cards on Monday. I do a special card on Tuesday, a fun fold or some kind of special technique or something. And then on Wednesdays, I always do a 3D item of some kind. I'm going to stamp this one right down here. There we go. And I might stamp a little heart kind of off the edge right there to kind of balance that all out. Great. Then I'm going to grab my crumb cake and I'm going to fill it in. With some little tiny hearts. All of these stamps are a part of the Hugs for Love stamp set. This is crumb cake I'm adding here. I'm going to do one off the edge right there. Going off the edge gives the effect that the stamp, the paper is continuing, like you didn't just stamp it. You might have cut it from a piece of DSP, right? Do a little one down here and maybe one other over here. There we go. So that is the background of that. Isn't that fun? I I love how that looks. So pretty. Okay, so now this is going to get popped up on top of this right here. And I want a little bit of that red edge. Now, ideally, I would have put that red strip just a little bit closer, but I think it's going to be fine and not worth it to rip that piece off, right? So the recipient will love it. And I always tell my customers that come to my in-person classes, when they're like, oh, mine doesn't look like yours. I'm like, you know, the person you're giving it to does not know what mine look like. It's going to be fine. It looks beautiful. It's your card. You made it. Be proud of it. Because the person getting your card is going to be so thrilled that you thought enough of them to make them a homemade card, that they're not going to see things that maybe we see. Sometimes we take ourselves too seriously, right? It's about loving on others. Okay, so here we go. I put lots of dimensionals on this because I really don't want this to sag at all on my card. So there we go, right like that. Next, I'm going to grab some of this white and silver ribbon. You guys know how much I love this stuff. So I'm going to take my Seal Plus, and I'm just going to put a little strip of it right there. And I'm going to lay this ribbon down like that, press it in. I'm going to fold it up, press it in, and then I'm going to fold it back down, kind of zigzag it right like that. Might not need to be folded down quite that much. There we go. I'm going to cut this off. Then I'm going to start building my sentiment, which you're going to see is going to be very easy. I've already cut a 1 3/4 inch stitched circle. And I'm going to stamp it in red, saying, sending you a big hug. It's going to go right in the center of that circle, right there in real red. I'm going to grab my to the point punch that coordinates with the Hugs for Love bundle. And I'm going to punch. Let me make sure I'm doing the right side. I'm going to punch the bokeh side on this one. I'm going to adhere my circle to my bokeh dotted to the point punched label. There we go. And then I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back side of this and adhere it over my ribbon. I think this bokeh paper is one that can get overlooked in Sale-a-bration because there's so much awesome stuff there, right? But don't miss out on it because it is very versatile. You can use it on lots of projects. Okay, now I'm going to grab my hearts here and I'm going to take the largest one. There we go. I'm going to set it right here on this white label. I'm going to do a medium one right here in this white space, and then a small one right next to it. I'm just going to use my fingers. Sometimes that's just easier. There we go. So that is the front of my card. Now for the inside of my card, I am taking that red slotted heart again. Aren't they fun colors? I like them too, Jan, because they're not overly Valentine-y, right? I mean, you get the hearts and everything, but this could be great for a sun, I think. It could go masculine for sure, or just for any occasion, really, that you need to send someone a hug. There we go. So I'm going to put that red heart right there. I'm going to pick up these small hearts again. And in crumb cake, I am going to just surround that red heart with some crumb cake hearts. I'm going to put one right there, one up here, and one down here. There we go. That's going to be the inside. I'm going to adhere that to the inside of this card, and card number 1 will be completed. There we go. Okay, I think all the cards today have some fun color combinations. So that's card number 1. Thanks, Sue. I'm glad you like it. I like it too. Card number 2. Let me put that one aside right there. Is actually an interesting color combination as well. It is going to be Early Espresso, Calypso Coral, and Balmy Blue. Little crumb cake in there. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to start with, let me show you the card first, and then I'll show you how I made it. This is the card. Isn't that fun? Lots of hugs and kisses. And then this is the inside of the card right here. Lots of texture to this, lots of layers. So I'm thinking you're going to love this one as well. We're starting with, and I don't know if I need this right here right now, so I'm going to move that out of the way. A piece of Early Espresso cardstock. I'm going to grab my bone folder and get a good crease on that. I'm going to take my Calypso Coral 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to be my next layer right here. But I'm going to grab that stamp that has those little hearts on it. Let me clean it from my last round there. And I'm going to grab my Calypso Coral ink, and I did not, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I have not mastered the color wheel yet. I know that I'm going to flip that over. I know that some of the demonstrators have been, you know what? I am going to grab that mat back here because I think maybe that was the problem with that. I'm going to have to do some learning on that myself. But I do like the color combination. And honestly, Early Espresso goes with everything, right? Crumb cake goes with everything. And Calypso Coral and Balmy Blue are just the colors that are in the DSP. So I tend to use that as my guide, the colors that are in the DSP, instead of using the color wheel. That is my honest answer for you with that. So I just used some neutrals and then pulled in some colors that are in the Designer Series paper. Okay, so and what I did around the edges right there, gosh, I just took my scissors and roughed up the edges a little bit to give them a little bit of texture. I'm going to put my Calypso Coral panel on first. Boo-boo side down, right? Okay. There we go. I'm going to take this crumb cake that is cut 3.5 by 4.5, and I'm going to lay it on top, but I'm going to turn it just slightly at an angle to the left. Okay, I'm going to throw away that seal. I'm going to grab my liquid glue here. Go around my edges in the center. Go a slight angle that way. Okay, and then I took a piece of Early Espresso and Yes, me too, Luann. That just works for me. And I don't want to muddy the waters in my head, right? The fact that people are really good at that is awesome. But like you said, I tend to choose it. I tend to choose my designer series paper. Sorry, I'm trying to get this glue back in here, and then go from there. So I've taken a piece of cardstock that is cut 3¼ by 4¼ early espresso, and ran it through the plaid embossing folder. Okay, so I'm going to grab my liquid glue again. I'm going to add some to the back side of this early espresso. And you don't need a lot, you guys. A big mistake I see people make is using way too much glue, right? I like to get the corners really well, but you don't have to like overdo it at all. Okay, so this is going to get turned right like that, sideways, going the other direction, all right? Then I have a piece of DSP that is in the Bokeh paper, and this is the one that is the more Calypso coral colored. Okay, it's going to go right on the edge right here, and I want to cut a banner right here at the end. So I feel like I need to cut this a little bit shorter. Right now it's 4 inches by 4 inches by 1½ inches. I'm going to cut it about 1/4 inch off this edge, and then I'm going to banner cut this end right here. So to banner cut it, I always go up the middle, and then from the corners meet the top of that from either side. Okay, there we go. Now this one is going to get laid flat right across the front of this card front. I like the bokeh dots, and especially in the Calypso. I don't know, it just shows up really well. This is going to go right here, and I'm going all the way to the edge and across the front of the card, right like that. Okay, now I'm going to set that aside for just a moment. I might even put a block on it, right like that, just to kind of hold that in place for just a minute. Okay, so while that is gelling, I'm going to create my card front. And I'm going to do 2 things here. First of all, I have a piece of crumb cake. I'm going to grab my early espresso marker. So this is a marker that you could get in your starter kit if you wanted to join my team. And I am just going to ink up the words sending you. I'm just going to take my marker, go across. I don't want everything there. And you know what? Before I do that, I want to make sure I've got the other color really clean off that stamp so that I don't carry any of that color that I used last time. But this time, all I want, so here we go. Stamp. Okay, all I want is sending you. Sending you. I'm just inking it up with the brush end of my Stampin' Right marker. Then I'm going to stamp it right here. Perfect. Look at that. Amazing. Then I'm going to take the little bitty label, and this is from the Celebrate Iconic Celebrations dies, and I'm going to lay it on here, and I'm going to punch that out. I say punch it out. I'm going to die cut it out with my die cutting machine. So let me hold that down. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Boy. You're giving me lots of love today. Thanks. All right, so sending you is going to go right there. And I thought this ribbon was a little too thick. So what I'm going to do is cut just a small strip, and then I'm going to come up from the bottom and cut it in half all the way down. Okay, I'm going to layer these on top of each other. And then I'm going to attach them here to the back side, and I kind of have to use seal here, so I hope it agrees with me. There we go. I did not want that big fat ribbon. It just looked like too much. So we're just going to do that. We're going to cut this down a little bit. Cut this down a little bit here. There we go. And then I'm going to add a couple of dimensionals to the back side of this. There we go. So come back tomorrow for day 7, and we're going to create a fun fold card using this bundle. So part 2 of this online class to go will be tomorrow. Okay, I want that to separate just a little bit, and it's not agreeing with me. See if we can get that to go. Oh, there we go. All right, then I'm going back to this Bokeh paper that I used last time. But I'm using the other side. So before I use the Bokeh side, this time I'm using the more, splattered side, I guess. And this is going to go right here. I'm going to pop that up with some dimensionals. You could use either side. It doesn't really matter. I just wanted to give it a little different look to this one. Okay, so this is going to go right here. I have a stylish shape die cut, the same one as last time, 1 3/4 inches. And on this, we're going to say hugs and kisses. Hugs and kisses. And I'm going to use Calypso Coral. There we go. How cute is that? Okay, and then this one is going to get popped up with dimensionals as well, right here. Put a few of those behind there. And it'll pop up right in the middle of that beautiful to the point punch. Really like the look of this punch right there. There we go. Now, all I have to do on the front is add those embellishments. So let me grab my hearts right here. And I'm putting one big one right up here in this area. And then a medium one and a small one right here on the banner next to my label, right like that. So cute. All right, so for the inside of this one, I'm going back to my little hearts right here. Let me clean them off. And I'm going to do one set of little hearts in Calypso Coral right here in the corner. So pretty. And then 2 more in Crumb Cake. Thank you, you guys. Yeah, I don't think we need to complicate things. I mean, If you enjoy using the color wheel, man, use it. Like, good for you. I feel like just pulling the colors off the package of the DSP. You know what? I might put one more right up there. There we go. So that is it for card number 2. I don't know. I'll be interested to see what you think about card number 3. It's got some fun color combinations as well. So Monica and I collaborated on this, and we didn't want the Valentine to look too Valentine's-y. So I do like these color combinations as well. How fun is that? That's card number 2. One more to go. Let me move some things out of the way here so that I don't get too messy on you guys. All right, so this last card is using the colors of Berry Burst and Gorgeous Grape and Fresh Freesia. So our next color combination is using these colors right here. Gorgeous Grape, Fresh Freesia, and Berry Burst. Okay, so let me pull this card out. This one has a little more of a Valentine's-y feel for sure. So this one says, I like the saying on this one, life is better with you. Isn't that cute? And then on the inside it says, you make me smile. I love it. Okay, so this time we're starting with a Pretty in a Pink card base. 5.5 by 8.5, scored down the middle at 4 1/4, so that's pretty standard size, right? I have a piece of Berry Burst cardstock that I'm going to add right to the front of that, 4 by 5 1/4. That's what I usually do. Okay, I need to get this out of the way before I make a mess. That's the next layer that I usually do on a card front. I said I wasn't going to use this, and then look at me. Hope I don't tear my paper. There we go. It did fine. It's probably me. It's probably user error, right? All right. So the Berry Burst is going to go right there. Now I have a piece of Gorgeous Grape. This is cut 3 1/4 by 4. 3 1/4 by 4. It's going to go right here, and I have embossed it with that Distress Tile 3D embossing folder. So that's a cool look, right? And then I have a tiny little sliver of a strip from the Petunia Pop Glimmer paper. Petunia Pop is pretty close to Fresh Freesia. The Glimmer paper comes, this is the newest in colors. 5 colors are Peach Pie, Petunia Pops, Shy Shamrock, Summer Splash, and Pretty in Pink. Okay, so this is the Petunia Pop. So I'm going to grab my silicone mat here just to be on the safe side. I'm going to put my Petunia Pop Glimmer paper there. I'm going to add, and anytime you're trying to glitter, to glue to glitter, you really need to use liquid glue. Okay, because you will struggle with getting things to stick. Together with glimmer paper if you try to use seal or silver. And then I'm just laying that right on top right there, and I'm just going to let that sit there a second and gel. Might grab that block again and lay it on top. Okay, now while that's waiting for just a second, I might go ahead and punch my label that's going to go on the front. So on the front, my label is going to start with that solid heart image, but I'm going to stamp it in Fresh Freesia. ink this up in fresh freesia. I just tap, 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 tap. Don't push too hard. If you get ink on your block, you're probably pressing too hard. Okay, so I'm going to pull in my mat here. I'm going to stamp my heart. Get a nice, pretty solid image. There we go. And in the middle of that, I want to stamp in Gorgeous Grape, Life is Better with You. This card could easily go for a friend, right? Doesn't have to be, Valentine doesn't have to be all gushy-mushy and, you know, lovey-dovey. It can be lovey-dovey with a friend, right? Or just letting people know you appreciate them. So now I'm going to come in with my to the point punch, and I'm going to punch that out and make a label of that. There we go. Okay. I'm going to come back here to my card base. I'm going to grab this. Now that that's all on there and gelled well, it won't come off. I'm going to attach this to the front of my card. And Monica designed this. And I really like a touch that she did on this one. She has a great eye for detail. And this is going to go right across the front of my card, right like that. There's a strip here of these tiny little hearts, and I'm going to grab my Berry Burst. And the reason I put this on first is because I want a good placement of these hearts. So right underneath this Gorgeous Grape banner, I'm going to add just a tiny little strip, and that's not going to matter, that end one, because it's going to get covered up of these little hearts right there. Okay, so you can leave a space right here because the label and everything's going to end up going over it. All right, so next I have a piece of that Bokeh paper, and this is the opposite side of that really colorful one. Okay, it's this side right here. You can see it has these colors in it, right? So pretty. So this is going to go right here and kind of overlap that bottom Gorgeous Grape a little bit. Here we go. We're going to take a piece of fresh freesia that's cut 3/4 of an inch wide and about 4 1/4 long. But I'm going to snip off at a diagonal an edge right there. And this is going to get popped up right here across my card. Isn't that cool? Okay, so let me grab some dimensionals. Boop, boop, boop. So I was thinking today as I was getting this all ready for you, when I was a high school teacher, when kids would start making out in the hallway by my door, which I don't know why kids do that, but they do, I would start singing to them, and I would dance around them saying, "Love is in the air, everywhere I look around." And that would embarrass them really bad. And I'd be like, "Have fun, see you later." That was kind of mean of me, but they're the ones who were choosing, right, to make out in front of my door while hundreds of people are walking by. Okay, so I'm going to do a little faux bow here. So I'm taking my ribbon, and I'm not going to twist this faux bow. I'm just going to lay it flat. I found that twisting it, I tried to twist it. So sometimes I make a bow like this when I say a faux bow. A faux bow is a bow that looks like a bow, but you don't tie a knot in it. I think I made up that word, but I might have stolen it from someone else. Who knows? But sometimes I twist it like this to really make it look like a bow. But this time I found that when you twisted it, it was still too thick in the middle. So we're just going to lay it flat this time. Let's say I didn't have very much trouble with kids making out in front of my door. They learned it once, and then they knew to avoid that in front of my classroom. Okay, so there we go. There's my little faux bow. And then I'm just going to pop this up right here. And all I need is a dimensional at the top and the bottom because it's going to sandwich over this little banner that goes across. It's already popped up. Okay, so I'm going to add some dimensionals. To the top and bottom here, and maybe just some flat glue in the center. I'll use my Seal Plus. What do you guys think of this color combination? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Is it too pink and purple for you? You know, everybody has their thing. So there you go. Now I'm going to add some embellishments. I'm going to add a large heart here, a small heart underneath it, right there, and then a medium-sized heart right here on the label underneath my U. There you go. Okay, so now for the inside. This is fun. I'm going to stamp "You Make Me Smile" with my gorgeous grape. Right here in the bottom. I'm going to test that, make sure, okay, it's good. Bottom right corner right here. And then I'm going to go back to those little hearts and add a row of little hearts underneath it. Right there. So cute. All right. This is going to go on the inside. And this is cut 3 3/4 by 5. It's going to go right there. And that is card number 3. Okay, so let me pull it all out for you here. Here's card number 3. Here is card number 2. And here's card number 1. Did you guys have your eye on this bundle already? If not, you should think about it because it's going to be a really good one that I think you're going to see a lot of people using over the course of the next few weeks. And you saw me the other day. I used this sentiment right here, "You Make Me Smile," with my fruit card that I made the other day as well. So you can mix and match them with other stamp sets and that sort of thing as well. So I hope you enjoy that. Join me back here tomorrow for a fun fold using this bundle. Think about registering for some of those classes I talked about at the beginning. The craft along is going to be awesome. The Super Saturday event is going to be spectacular. And think about joining my paper share. Today's the last day to sign up for that. So God bless. I'll see you back here tomorrow at 10 a.m. and then Wednesday at noon as well. And I will love to continue to inspire you with my crafting. So God bless. See you tomorrow.